Morning. So I've just finished putting on all my wet clothes. It is cold. I was able to rinse myself off in the stream when I got back, so there's that. I changed out of all my clothes, my underwear, everything last night, but you know. So, a couple things. One, my hammock, the tarp, well, my tarp, where I hung my tarp, was a little too short. So there was a sag in the middle, and I got I got a puddle of water forming at the top, which caused condensation, which dripped on me all night. So I think for the most part, my quilt is still dry, but there's a little moisture there. And then on the sides of my hammock, my underquilt, there was water, and I don't know how, because I thought it was splash up from the bottom, but the bottom of my underquilt was fine. So it was basically the area of my underquilt that was in line with my tarp. I hung my tarp a little high, but I kind of had to because of the way the trees were so close together. And I hung my tarp first because it was raining. So it wasn't a great situation, but it seems like for the most part, my underquilt is still dry. I think the water was on the outside. So I wiped it down with my dry handkerchief from my dry bag. Yeah. But other than that, I slept really well last night. Slept in. It is... Sorry, I had to unlock my thing. It's 9:25, so I'm not planning on doing a big day today. It's Sunday the 18th. Happy Father's Day. I'm not planning on doing a big day today. I want to get through Mahoosuc's Notch, which should be very interesting. I heard it was like a river yesterday. So there's that. Despite everything, I'm still in a good mood. Yeah, you know, with the water issues with my tarp and my hammock, I mean, I've gotten this far without there being any real issues, so I'd say that's a win. Next time there's a good day, sunny day, that I could let it dry out, I'll check to make sure there's not holes in it. The weather patterns up here right now are absolutely insane. I think a combination of the fires and some other stuff has just, like, you talk to any of the locals, they're like, this is a lot of rain. We don't get this much rain this time of year. So yeah, we'll see how far I get today. I think the minimum is like 11 miles is what I'm looking to do. Yeah, I'm a little chilly, so I got to get moving. Talk to you later. So I stopped to prepare myself for this a little bit. I've stowed my trekking poles, you can see them for now. I took off my Frog Togs rain jacket for now, and I sprayed myself with some bug spray because the mosquitoes were starting to get me. And besides the fact that's just a good idea, I don't want to deal with those little bastards bothering me when I'm trying to navigate something. Is this overkill? I don't know. You know, sometimes people make a big deal out of something that turns out to be nothing. And sometimes it's pretty crazy. I don't know if the rain has, I don't know if the water has subsided at all since yesterday. People were saying that it was flooded, whatever that means. So, we'll see. I'll do my best to document it. But if I have to choose between my safety and having this phone out, I am going to choose the phone. No, just kidding, safety. Right here, you can see the snow still down there, but you could feel there's just a cold breeze coming through there. This is like a refrigerator. There's a blaze. So far, so good. It's not very far. Yeah, I mean, I think I got about a mile of this. Really kind of wish I had a GoPro or, you know, somebody following me with a camera. That'd be fun to do this as a, you know, with two people videotaping each other, but this is what I got. Yeah, I bet ultralight folks might be able to get through there, but I definitely had to take my backpack off. So I can't tell which way they want us to go here. I've evaluated the routes. This seems kind of the easiest and most likely the safest. There's one over there I could tell a lot of people have done. It's a sketchy, I should have taken a picture of it, but I'm not going back over there. It's a sketchy hop across. You have a tree to hang on to, but I don't know how long that tree's been there. And it's just a big hole with a piece of slab at about a, like a 60-degree angle. And you fall down there, oof. And it looks like people go over there, which I just did, and look, and it's just, there's not a good way down. So this is the way I'm going. I already took my pack off. I'm going to have to push it through. Well, apparently I took a wrong way. There's the arrow. There's that. I was supposed to go that way. All right, that was bad. I fell. I think I knocked myself out for a minute. Because I've got these poles hanging out the back, I went to grab a rock and they stopped me, so I fell short. And I fell not too far. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. And this was nothing. This is nothing. Some little cut somewhere. I need to figure out where that is, so I'm going to take a look around. I lost the plug. All right. Okay, assessment. I think I hit my head here, but I don't see anything. I definitely lost a plug, which I'm pissed about. It's my other purple plug. I think I got a little cut there, and that is going on. Did you see that? Yeah, there you go. I was definitely out for a split second, so that's scary. But yeah, it goes to show, you know, you're aware of this. You become aware of your backpack becomes a part of you, and just this extra 2 inches right here can just just throw everything off. I mean, through this whole thing, I've been bumping it, but yeah, that was rough. That was really rough, and to be honest, scary. Could have gone a lot worse. All right. I'm re-recording this. I'm still angry. I'm still upset. I'm still upset. Let's say upset, not angry. Although anger is a part of it. Here's my thoughts on McCusick Notch. Overall, I thought it was fun. I've gone a lot slower on other places. You know, these steep downhills with wet rocks, where I'm being super cautious. You know, at times I think maybe I'm being too cautious, but as I just learned, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I noticed a lot of the arrows after. I noticed a lot of the arrows were, to me, seemed like they were better seen going southbound. If I was to have one criticism, minus a lot of cuss words and obvious anger, I would say that they need to do a better job of telling people where they want them to go. If there's for instance, there was one section where I was like, well, I think this is the better route. And, you know, because it's McCusick Notch, they probably want you to go here. And I went down, took off my backpack and squeezed through a hole. I got to the other side and saw the arrow pointing up to a section. Now, from the vantage point on the other side, that didn't look like the safer choice. But from the vantage point on the other side, it was obvious that there was a great, set of stones to step down to. If I'd known that on the other side, I wouldn't have had to take my backpack off. Now, the place where I fell, was that the best way to go? I don't know. You know, I guess is this redirected anger? Is this redirected? Am I really just upset because of how bad that could have been? Am I just shook and that's what's happening? And I'm starting to point fingers and being like, it's your fault. Yeah, that's probably what's really happening here. But I do feel like there was not enough. At times it seemed like it was almost like a choose your own adventure. And there's some really sketchy parts in there that you could see people had gone that way. There's one spot where there's like a 10-foot hole. And you could see that people have grabbed onto this tree root to kind of get around the hole. And I don't know, that could end really bad for somebody. So that sums up my McCusick Notch experience. I do know somebody who was injured there, I think it was last year or the year before. The Nomads are a couple, and Mr. Nomad dislocated his shoulder there, and that ended their journey that time. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to hiking. I don't know, I might go to town. I might go to town and call this a real short day and maybe do a slack pack the next day. Although the weather is kind of cleared up and it might be just a good idea to just keep going. I'll figure that out later. So I'm moving a bit faster in this area, and here's why. In the whites, like, this is kind of a bad example. I passed a bunch, and I just thought about talking about this. These whole sections where it's all just a slab, where the path is a slab at like a 45 degree or 50 degree angle, and it's all wet, but it's smooth. Those have me going real slow because I don't want to die out here. But here, a lot of those solid rock faces are more like this. They've got texture and grooves and stuff like that, and I feel a lot more confident moving across those. If I see an example of that, I'll try to get it for you. Just passed a guy and his daughters. Super nice guy. He has dreams of doing the trail. He's in the right place to be training for it. He wanted to shake my hand like I am doing something great for me. But I know how it felt for me to go on training hikes and see through hikers and be like, wow, you're doing what I want to do. I want to be clear, I'm not belittling this man at all. I understand it so much. But it's like days like today, I felt so great. Like I had some hope and some optimism. And that shit just sucked it out of me. Sucked it. I feel better now. But man, my pace is shit today. And I'll pick this up in a second. Sorry, I had to cross that. So, my pace, is just trampled still. I was doing a little bit better yesterday. I got a 21.2 mile day in. I felt good about that. And then this happens, and climbing that hill afterwards it just felt like I was back in the whites again. Yeah, it definitely gave my hope a slap in the face. I almost quit, gonna be honest. I almost threw in the towel. I was thinking, wouldn't it suck to die on Father's Day? A week before my daughter's birthday. What kind of asshole? Truth is, I could die any day. Truth is, I could die on the way to work. That's the truth. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep doing it.